Hello again everyone, welcome to Math Isip, your free Tagalog mathematics tutorial. Our topic for today is all about solving quadratic inequalities in two variables. Pero bago po tayo magsimula, may I just remind everyone, kapag hindi pa po tayo nakakapag-subscribe, we can click the subscribe button para lagi tayong updated sa mga susunod pang mga lessons. And to our dear teachers, if you are interested with our presentations, you can follow us on Facebook and message us on our Facebook page. Okay, so without further ado, let's now begin with our lesson. Okay, for our learning competency, we will be solving quadratic inequalities in two variables and we will determine the region of solutions of a linear or quadratic inequality in two variables. So, tuturuan ko po kayo kung paano mag-graph, mag-solve ng linear and of course, quadratic inequalities. Okay, step by step po tayo dyan mamaya. But first, let's have a review. Okay, ano ba ang inequality? Remember the symbols. When it comes to inequality, we have less than, we have greater than, we have less than or equal to, or we have greater than or equal to. And we have here the boundary included. So for less than, the boundary is not included, pati rin po sa greater than. Pero kapag sa less than or equal to, and then greater than or equal to, included po yung mga boundary lines natin. So ano po ang itsura ng boundary lines or in our topic for today, parabola ang gagamitin natin. So ito yung ating gagamitin. So for less than or greater than, we will be using broken or we will call it dash in our lesson today. And then for less than or equal to at saka greater than or equal to, we will be using solid lines or parabola mamaya. Okay, so try to memorize this inequality symbols. What else? We also need to recall our topic on solving linear inequalities into variable. So, in our competency, kasama kasi yung linear inequality. So, let's just have a short review, no? Kung ano ba ang linear inequalities in two variables. If you remember, this is your topic in Matatag Grade 8. Okay, so let's begin with this recall. So first, ano ba ang linear inequality in two variables? A linear inequality in two variable is an inequality that can be written in any of the following forms. Pwedeng ganito, ax plus by is less than c, ax plus by is greater than c, ax plus by is less than or equal to c, or ax plus by is greater than or equal to c. Okay, where a, b, and c are real numbers and a and b cannot both be 0. Okay, ito yung mga examples natin, no? So, these are linear inequalities. Paano ba tayo mag-graph ng linear inequalities? If we have this example, 3x minus 2y is less than 6, we can just follow this step. Yung step 1 natin is to change the inequality symbol into an equal sign. So, we have here this inequality, linear inequality. Gagawin lang nating equal sign yung ating inequality symbol. So, magiging equation na siya. Okay? Magiging equal sign. Next step is to graph the linear equation. So, pwede naman tayong gumamit ng kahit anong method in graphing this equation. But since this is in the form of standard form, pwede naman natin gamitin yung slope-intercept method para mas madali. Okay, so you just transform the standard form into slope-intercept form. Y is equal to mx plus b. And alam natin na yung m is the slope. Okay, so ang slope natin dito is 3 over 2. And then yung intercept natin, y-intercept is negative 3. So we just plot the points. Negative 3 is our intercept, y-intercept. And then we have here our slope is 3, 2. So meaning, mag-move lang tayo ng 1, 2, 3 going up. And then 2 units going to the right because our slope is positive. Then this is now our second point. So how many points do we need to form a straight line? We just need 2. So we can now connect this line. So our boundary line, remember the rule, kapag broken, dash line ang gagamitin. Dapat yung symbol na tinutukoy natin is just less than or greater than. Kapag may equal to na siya, we will now be using solid line. So what line are we going to use here? We will be using a dashed line because our inequality symbol is just less than. Okay? So, paano natin i-graph since this is inequality, hindi po siya equation, hindi po pwedeng ganyan lang yung graph natin. So, our step 3 is to choose a test point. Okay? So, mamimili tayo ng test point. Common test point syempre is yung pinakamadali, 0. Okay? So at the point of origin, 0, 0. We just need to substitute it here in our original inequality. Okay? So substitute natin yung 0, 0. X will become 0, y will become 0. Will the inequality be true? Let's see. So 3 times 0 is 0. Negative 2 times 0 is 0. Is 0 less than 6? Is this a true or false statement? This is a true statement, and if it is true, shade the region containing the test point. Okay? So kapag false naman, isi-shade natin yung opposite. Okay? So since our test point is andito sa point of origin and true yung statement natin, dito tayo magsi-shade. So our last step is to shade the solution. Ito na po yung ating solution. Na-shade na po natin yung area na to. So this is the solution for this linear inequality. Okay? So that's the review for solving linear inequality by graphing. Okay, now that we are done with the review on linear inequality in two variables, we will now proceed to the focus of our lesson today, which is solving quadratic inequalities in two variables. Okay, so let's just have another recall when it comes to quadratic equation. We know that a quadratic equation in two variables is usually written in the form y is equal to ax squared plus bx plus c, wherein a should not be equal to 0. So it can also be written in different forms. Pwede rin namang ganito, y is equal to ax squared. Pwede rin namang y is equal to ax squared plus b. Or y is equal to a times the quantity x minus h raised to 2 plus k. And if you can recall, this is actually what we call the vertex form. Okay? Kasi meron tayong h and k. And if you recall the quadratic equation in your grade 9 lesson, we know that h and k are the vertex, no? Makikita natin yan mamaya sa ating diagram. So ano pong diagram ang tinutukoy natin? Ito po. So we have here this diagram of a graph of quadratic equation. Okay, so ano yung mga nandito? First, we have the parabola. No? The graph of a quadratic equation is called a parabola. Okay, and parabola has two characteristics. Pwedeng opening upward siya, no? If a is equal to, if a is greater than 0, ito po yung a natin. Kapag greater than 0, meaning positive number yung a natin dito, yung leading coefficient natin dyan, it means the parabola is opening upward. Now, what if a is less than 0? Paano pag negative yung first coefficient natin dito? It will be opening downward. So this is the two behavior or opening of a parabola when it comes to quadratic function specifically, no? Kasi may mga times din na ang equation natin in higher mathematics, you can encounter parabola opening to the right and to the left. But for now, we will just focus on quadratic function, no? So dalawa lang po yung behavior na itatakal natin ngayon. Opening upward and opening downward. Okay, what else? We also have the vertex. Okay, let's recall the highest or lowest point of a parabola. Andito po yung ating vertex. Dito sa diagram, makikita nyo, andito siya sa bottom. So it helps locate the turning point of the boundary graph. Okay, it is usually denoted by h, k. Okay, so pwedeng ang vertex nandito sa baba pag ito ay opening upward. Kapag opening downward naman, ang vertex syempre nasa taas. Okay, what else? We have here the axis of symmetry. Ito po yung line. Ito, axis of symmetry. The vertical line that divides the parabola into two equal mirror image halves and passes through the vertex. Laging passes through the vertex po ang ating axis of symmetry. Okay? Next one, we have also the parts which are called the x-intercepts. Okay? Andito po yung mga x-intercepts natin or yung tinatawag nating solutions. In other words, we also call these zeros of the equation or function. So the points where the parabola crosses or touches the x-axis, ito na po yung x-intercepts. Okay? Or at these points, y is equal to 0. Okay? So kung saan na-touch ng ating parabola yung x-axis, yun na po yung tinatawag nating x-intercepts. Ilan po ang x-intercepts natin? Laging dalawa. Okay? Since we have here a parabola, not a line. Okay, and we have the y-intercept also. It is where the parabola intersects the y-axis. Okay, pero for now, we will not be utilizing this y-intercept. Magfo-focus lang tayo sa x-intercepts, vertex, okay, and then the behavior or the opening of the parabola. Now we have here the quadratic inequality in two variables. Finally, ito na po yung ating definition. A quadratic inequality in two variables, usually x and y, is an inequality that contains a polynomial expression of degree 2. Okay, so laging squared po ang kanyang exponent, no? So we have here this form, y is less than ax squared plus bx plus c. Pwede rin namang greater than, pwede rin namang less than or equal, or greater than or equal. Okay, by the way, a, b, and c here are real numbers, and a should not be equal to 0. And these are our examples. Pwedeng y is greater than x squared minus 4. Pwedeng y is greater than or equal to 2x squared minus 3. Y is less than negative x squared plus 4. Y is less than or equal x squared minus 2x minus 3. These are examples of quadratic inequalities. Okay, by the way, in this lesson, we will focus on quadratic inequalities in two variables that can be written in this form only. Okay, kasi may mga ibang form din naman ang quadratic inequalities. Okay? Pero for this lesson, dito muna, itong form na ito ang gagamitin natin. Okay, let's now proceed to identifying whether the inequalities are quadratic or not. So let's see, is it quadratic? Y is greater than or equal to 3 times x plus 3 and x minus 2. Okay, so upon looking at this, we need to simplify. We need to simplify this two factors, no? So pwedeng ang magiging itsura niyan is 3 times the quantity x squared plus x minus 6. And as you can see, we have here x squared, which is a degree of 2. Kaya pwedeng matawag na ito ay quadratic. Okay? So, this is a quadratic inequality. How about the second one here? Is this a quadratic inequality? Okay, let's see. May nakikita tayong exponent na 2. So, does it mean na ito ay degree of 2? Okay, you have to be careful. Why? Because, if you notice, the other factor here has no exponent 310. Pero alam natin ng exponent nito ay 1. Okay, automatically. And if we're going to multiply these two factors, it will give us an exponent of 3. Remember, when you are multiplying, you have to add the exponents. So 2 plus 1 will become 3. Therefore, hindi na po siya degree of 2, but rather, it's no longer a quadratic, but rather it's now a cubic, okay, polynomial or inequality. Okay, so hindi na po siya quadratic. Okay, what else? We also have these examples. Y is less than 2x plus 4x minus 5. Is this quadratic? The answer is no. Why? Because this is just a linear inequality. Okay, so wala pong degree of 2 dyan. Next, we also have here this example. X is less than 2x squared plus y. If we are going to rearrange this, this will become y is greater than x minus 2x squared. And we will have y is greater than negative 2x plus x. Ito po ay quadratic. Obviously, dito pa lang alam na natin na quadratic siya kasi meron po tayong x raised to 2. Okay? Pero bakit naging ganito? Ni-rearrange lang natin, no? Nilagay natin yung y dito sa left side and then itong x naman sa right side. And since ito mapupunta sa kabila, magiging negative, we have to divide them by a negative number. Everything, lahat po ng nandyan ay magi-interchange po yung kanilang mga signs. Therefore, mapapalitan yung ating inequality symbol from less than magiging greater than. Okay? So, ganun lang po yun. Okay, let's now proceed to solving quadratic inequalities. We have here example number 1. Y is greater than or equal to x squared minus 4. Okay, so the only way to solve quadratic inequalities is by graphing. Okay, so paano po natin yan gagawin? So let's have the first step. Katulad sa linear inequalities into variables, we also need to change the inequality symbol into an equal sign. So from greater than or equal magiging equals na po siya. Okay? So, y is equal to x squared minus 4 na siya. Now, let us have the second step, which is to graph the quadratic equation. So, alam na po nating mag-graph ng quadratic equation. So, first, we have the table of values. Okay? So, how do we use the table of values? This is the one method that we can use to solve a quadratic inequality. So, using table of values, we have here the input and the output, x and y. Now, usually, kapag nag-graph tayo ng quadratic equation or parabola, dapat kumpleto. Meron sa positive side and meron din dito sa negative side para balance yung ating parabola. So, usually, nag-start tayo sa 0, okay? And then we move from positive 1 to positive 2. And then dito naman sa left side, we move from 0 to negative 1 to negative 2. Okay? Ginagawa natin to para balance yung ating parabola. Hindi lang panay positive, hindi lang din panay negative. And by the way, ilang points ba ang kailangan natin when we are using the table of values? So it's up to you. Pero ang advice ko, a minimum of 5 points para mas accurate yung graph natin. Okay, so let's start with negative 2. Okay, so using our equation, y is equal to x squared minus 4. Let's substitute negative 2 to our x here. So magiging negative 2 squared minus 4. It will give us 4 minus 4. It is 0. Okay, so our y value here is 0. Okay, pwede na nating i-plot yung ating points. So we have here at negative 2, 0. That's our first point. Okay? Next, we have here negative 1. So, let's substitute it again dito sa ating original equation. So, yung x natin magiging negative 1. Negative 1 squared minus 4. It will give us 1 minus 4, negative 3. Okay? So, our y value here is negative 3. We can now plot this point. Okay? So, yung point natin nandito sa third quadrant. Negative 1, negative 3. Okay, now let's move on. We have here 0. Okay, let's substitute natin yung 0 dito. So we have here 0 squared minus 4. So it will give us 0 minus 4. Answer is negative 4. So ang y value natin, negative 4. We can now plot the point. Andito po siya sa y-axis. Okay, so 0, negative 4. Next, let's have 1. Okay, so let's substitute sa original equation. 1 squared minus 4, it will give us 1 minus 4. Therefore, it will give us negative 3. Okay, so the point is at 1, negative 3. Okay, now last point, let's use 2 for our x. So 2 raised to 2 minus 4, it will give us 4 minus 4. And the y value will be 0. Okay, so ang point natin nandito. So 2, 0. Okay, pwede na ba nating i-connect ang mga ito? Yes, we can now connect these points para makabuo tayo ng parabola. So, use the boundary line rule. Okay, remember, yung rule natin kanina, when it is greater than or equal, ano po ang susundan natin? We will be using a solid line. Okay, so pag nag-graph tayo, we will use the solid line kapag greater than or equal. Pwede rin namang less than or equal. Meaning, yung mga points dito sa line na ito, sa curve natin na yan, yung mga points dyan included, no? Included sa solution. So, yan na ba yung ating final solution? Okay, hindi po. We still need to have step 3, which is choosing a test point para malaman natin kung ano yung region ng solution natin. Pwede kasing ang solution nandito sa loob ng parabola, or pwede rin naman dito sa labas ng parabola. Okay, and in choosing a test point, remember, ang pinakamadali is yung 0, 0. Okay, or yung point of origin. Kailangan bang point of origin lagi? Hindi naman. Okay, so kapag ang point of origin natin is hindi siya kasama dito sa parabola, sa ating boundary, pwede natin gamitin. Okay, maliban lang kung yung point of origin natin is nandito sa ating boundary. Hindi na natin magagamit. So, yun lang po. Now, let's continue with this test point. Paano natin gagamitin tong test point? i-verify lang natin kung itong test point na ito is part siya ng solution. Okay? Kapag hindi siya part ng solution, meaning ang solution nasa labas. Okay, let's see. So we have here our original inequality. Y is greater than or equal x squared minus 4. Let us substitute 0, 0. So y will be 0, x will become 0. Therefore, our inequality will be 0 is greater than or equal to, ito naman, 0 minus 4 is negative 4. So, ito bang statement na ito ay true or false? Okay, the answer is true because 0 is greater than or equal to negative 4. Oh? Mas malaki ang 0 kaysa sa negative 4. Now, kapag true, we will shade the region containing the test point. Kapag false naman, we will shade the opposite side, just like what I have explained kanina. Now, ano ang i-shade natin? Siyempre, true yung ating test point. Ibig sabihin, it represent all the points here inside the parabola. Okay? So, ito yung representation natin. Lahat yan ay solution. So, we will now shade the solution region. So, paano? Just shade all of this. Okay? Kasama, siyempre, since solid line yung parabola natin, kasama yung mga points na nandyan. They are included in the solution. Okay, so what are the features of our parabola? First, the vertex. Okay, the vertex is at point 0, negative 4. The axis of symmetry, which is at x is equal to 0. The opening, which is opening upward, na kahit na hindi natin ito nag-graph, alam nating upward siya. Kasi yung ating, meron tayong clue dito. Dito pa lang sa inequality, if a is equal to 1 or greater than 0, basta positive number yung a natin dyan, it means the parabola is going upward. Okay, yun po yung technique. Okay, yung shortcut. Now, let's have x-intercepts. Saan na-meet ng parabola yung x-axis natin? So, at point negative 2, 0, and then point 2, 0. Ito yung mga x-intercepts natin. The boundary type, what type of boundary line or curve? It's a solid parabola. Okay, because the symbol is greater than or equal. And then the solution region is on, kasama yung line, and then above the parabola, ito po, nandito sa loob ng parabola. Okay? Sinasabi nating above kasi parang nasa taas din siya ng parabola. Pag below naman kasi dito, nasa baba. Yun. So, the solution is on and above the parabola. So, that's our first example of solving quadratic inequality. Okay, let's have another example. We have here y is less than x squared plus 2x minus 3. Okay, this time, as usual, ang first step natin is to change the inequality symbol into an equal sign. So, from less than, magiging equal sign. Okay, so pinalitan lang natin ng equation. Ginawa nating equation yung inequality. Okay, now, this time, we will not be using table of values. Okay, para maipakita ko sa inyo yung ibang method on how to graph quadratic inequalities. Like for example, this one. Instead of using a table of values, we can graph the boundary parabola using its vertex and x-intercepts. Okay, so hindi na natin kailangan mag-plot ng madaming points. If we have the vertex and the x-intercepts, we can already graph the parabola. Okay, so paano po yan? First, let's find the vertex. Ano ang formula in finding the vertex? I can teach you this formula. I think this is the easiest method using this formula. X is equal to negative b over 2a. Okay? Paano natin malalaman yung x? Negative b over 2a. Ano tong b and a na ito? Remember, in our form, we have here ax squared plus bx plus c. Yung a natin is yung leading coefficient dito. And then yung b is yung coefficient ng second term. And then yung c natin is yung constant. Okay, so let us substitute. We have here b is negative 2 kasi sa formula negative yung ating b dyan. So follow lang natin. Okay, since positive yung b dyan, so negative 2 ito. Kapag negative 2 naman yung b dito, syempre magiging positive na ito, no? And then next is we have here a, which is 1, ang numerical coefficient natin dyan. Now, let us solve. We have here negative 2 divided by 2 times 1 is 2. So, negative 2 divided by 2 is negative 1. Therefore, our x is equal to negative 1. Now, how do we find the y coordinate? Okay, so substitute lang natin actually. Doon sa original na equation natin, ito, so substitute lang natin yung value ng x which is negative 1. Okay, sa lahat ng x dyan, para malaman natin yung y coordinate. So, negative 1 squared plus 2 times negative 1 minus 3, it will give us negative 4. Therefore, our vertex is at point x coordinate, negative 1, y coordinate, negative 4. So, ito po yung vertex natin. So, i-plot na natin. We have the point negative 1, negative 4. This will be our vertex. Now, if I'm going to ask you, anong behavior or anong opening ng parabola natin? Do you think this is opening upward or opening downward? Okay, basing from our inequality itself, positive po yung ating a dyan, meaning opening upward ito. Okay, by the way, aside from using that formula, ito rin po yung isang alternative formula na nakasanayan na natin. We have here the HK, no? So since remember yung vertex natin, it is represented using HK. Paano makuha yung H? Parang yung formula din natin kanina sa X, negative V over 2A. Paano naman makukuha yung K? Okay, we can have this formula. Kahit na hindi tayo mag-substitute, itong formula na ito ang gagamitin natin. Still, using these formulas will give us the same vertex. Okay, pero I prefer yung una kanina kasi mas madali. Ito medyo mas mahaba. Pero it's up to you kung anong mas pipiliin mo. Mas madali para sa'yo. Okay, now let's continue with the next step, which is to find the x-intercepts. Okay, so how do we find the x-intercepts? We will set y equals to 0. Okay, from our equation, magiging 0 yung y natin dyan. Okay, and then we have here x squared plus 2x minus 3. Isosolve lang natin yung value ng x or yung tinatawag nating roots ng ating quadratic equation. So we have here factoring method. You can use different kinds of factoring method para masolve natin yung zeros or yung tinatawag nating roots ng ating quadratic equation. So, the roots are x plus 3 and then x minus 1. To simplify, we have here x is equal to negative 3. Okay? Equate mo yan sa 0. And then, we also have here x minus 1 equate mo sa 0. Kaya ang x is equal to 1. So, these are our roots. Therefore, our x-intercepts are at point negative 3, 0 and at point 1, 0. Okay, so saan yung mga points na yon? Andito si negative 3, 0 and then andito po si 1, 0. Okay, so ito na yung x-intercepts where the parabola intersects the x-axis. So last step is to draw the boundary parabola, which is, if you can see the symbol, we will be using the what kind of boundary rule? We will be using a dashed or broken parabola. Okay? So, since less than or equal siya, hindi siya or equal to, dash lang po siya. So, i-drawing lang natin yung parabola connecting these points. Okay, there you go. By the way, pag nagdo-drawing tayo ng parabola, wag po sanang straight line, ha? Wag pong straight. Curved line po yan. Okay, so yun naman po ang disadvantage nito kasi kapag tatlong points lang yung gagamitin mo, mahirap mag-drawing ng parabola. As compared sa table of values na madaming points, mas madaling i-connect yung mga points na yon, mas madaling maka-drawing ng parabola. Okay, now let's have yung last step. Choose a test point, okay, or second to the last step. We will use the point of origin kasi hindi naman siya nakalagay dito sa ating boundary. Okay, so we will use the common test point 0, 0. Let's substitute it in our original inequality. So let's substitute y is equal to 0, x is equal to 0. So let's see if the inequality is true or a false statement. Okay, so let's have 0 is less than negative 3. Is this true or a false inequality? Okay, the answer is of course false, no? Kaya ang gagawin natin, we will follow this. If false, shade the opposite side. So, instead na dito tayo mag-shade, dito sa part na to, okay, sa loob or sa above the parabola, we will now be shading dito po sa baba. Okay? Sa labas ng parabola. Okay, there you go. We will now shade all the parts of the plane or coordinate plane except the inside or above the parabola. Okay? Now, question, kasama ba pati yung nandito sa ating line, sa curve line? Kasama ba yan sa solution? The answer is no because this is a dash parabola. Kahit na yung ating points dito ay solid points, wag po nating isipin na yung point na yan ay kasama sa solution. So, parang kwan lang po ito. Guide lang po yung mga points natin na yan para makabuo tayo ng parabola. Okay, so let's have the features. The vertex is at point -1, -4. The axis of symmetry is at x is equal to -1. And then the opening is upward because a is greater than 0 or positive yung a natin. And then x-intercepts are -3, 0 and 1, 0. What is the boundary type? It's a dashed parabola. And what is the solution region? It's below the parabola. Okay, so this is our example number 2. Okay, let's have the last example. Okay, we have here the inequality y is greater than -3 times the quantity x minus 2 squared plus 3. Okay, so let's have the steps. First, let us change the inequality into an equal sign. Okay, so we have equation y is equal to -3 times the quantity x minus 2 raised to 2 plus 3. Okay, next step, since the inequality is already in vertex form, anong method kaya ang gagamitin natin para mag-graph natin yung parabola? So this time, I will teach you a shortcut. Since itong ating form ay ganito, we can actually recall our vertex form. If you can remember, kanina present ko yung vertex form natin. Ganito po yung itsura. Y is equal to a times the quantity x minus h squared plus k, where h and k here is the vertex. So alam natin na ganito yung form ng ating equation. Therefore, malalaman na natin kaagad kung saan dito yung h tsaka k. Okay? So we can identify the vertex and opening directly. Okay? So find the vertex and opening from this form. Alam natin na ang vertex niya is itong h and k. So, itong a, ito yung opening niya, which is -3. Alam natin na yung opening niya is negative. Ibig sabihin, yung parabola natin is opening downward. Hindi na po siya upward. Next, yung h tsaka k, these are now our vertex. Okay, ano yung h dito? It's 2. Ano yung k dito? It's 3. Okay, therefore, the vertex is at point 2, 3. Pwede na nating i-plot ito. So, nandito na po yung ating vertex. Okay? Yan. Next, we have here, since a is -3 or less than 0, alam natin na yung opening is going downward. Okay, so expect na natin na going downward yung ating parabola. Next, we have to find the x-intercepts, okay, para alam natin kung saang point dito yung matatouch ng ating parabola. So, katulad kanina, we need to factor, okay? So, we can, first, we can have the factors here. We can actually move yung positive 3 dun sa kabila. So, magiging -3. Okay, andito na siya, -3. In-equate muna natin sa 0, no? And then, minove natin yung positive 3 dito sa left side. -3 is equal to -3 times the quantity x minus 2 squared. Now, para matanggal yung -3 na yan, we can actually divide both sides by -3. Okay? Pag dinivide natin ng -3, magiging positive 1 is equal to x minus 2 squared. Okay? Now, paano natin malalaman yung roots ng x natin or ng quadratic equation natin? We can actually get the square root. Okay? Since may exponent ito na 2. So, kukunin natin yung square root ng right side, kukunin din natin yung square root ng left side. Therefore, it will be 1. Square root ng 1 is 1. Square root naman ng x minus 2 squared is x minus 2. Ni-reverse lang natin, nilagay natin dito sa left side. Okay, therefore, ang square root ng 1 pwedeng positive 1, pwede rin namang negative 1. So, dalawa ang pwedeng square root ng 1. Okay? Next, if we equate it to positive 1, ang magiging solution natin is 3. Bakit? X minus 2 is equal to positive 1. Yung negative 2, ililipat natin, transpose natin sa right side. So, magiging positive 2. Therefore, 1 plus 2 will become 3. Okay. Next, another situation. Paano kapag negative 1? Ito. So, ililipat natin si negative 2 sa right side. Magiging positive 2. So, negative 1 plus 2, it will give us x is equal to 1. Okay. So, these are the possible roots of our quadratic equation. Okay. Therefore, ito na po yung ating mga x-intercepts. So, we have 3, 0, and then the other one is 1, 0. Okay, so plot lang natin. 1, 0, tapos dito naman is 3, 0. Pwede na ba nating i-connect yung ating parabola? Yes, pwede na nating i-graph. Okay, so let's now draw the boundary parabola. But first, remember, ano yung boundary rule natin? Kapag ang ating inequality ay less than or greater than, we will be using the dashed parabola. Okay, so dashed parabola, yan, broken lang siya. And then, lastly, we can now choose a test point. So, pwede pa rin piliin si point of origin at point 0, 0. So, let's substitute 0, 0 dito sa ating inequality. Okay, it will give us this statement. Finally, 0 is greater than negative 9. So, is this a true or a false statement? Okay, this is a true statement. Therefore, ang solution natin, which is represented by this test point, is nandito sa labas ng parabola. Wala siya dito sa loob. So, we can now shade the region containing the test point. So, shade lang natin yung buong Cartesian plane except yung loob ng parabola. Okay? Kasama ba pati yung boundary parabola? Hindi po. Wala po dyan yung solution kasi broken or dashed line yung ginamit natin. So what are the features? Our vertex is at point 2, 3. Our axis of symmetry is at x is equal to 2. Our opening is downward because a is negative 3. Our x-intercepts are 1, 0, and then 3, 0. Okay? And then our boundary type is dashed parabola. And solution region, it's above the parabola. Okay? Matatawag na itong above the parabola. Okay? Hindi po kasama yung points dito sa mismong parabola. So, it's just above. Okay, so there you go. That's how you solve quadratic inequalities in different methods. Pinakita po natin. Una, you can have table of values. Second method, you can have the vertex and then the x-intercept. And then, third method, kapag yung form niya is nasa vertex form, madali na lang ma-identify yung vertex. Okay, so to sum our lesson today, to sum up our lesson, we have here the summary. The first step we can use is replace the inequality symbol with equal to form the boundary equation. Number 2, graph the boundary parabola using table of values or the vertex and x-intercepts. Number 3, use the boundary rule. Less than or equal is dashed parabola. Kapag less than or equal to or greater than or equal to, solid parabola ang gagamitin. Number 4, choose a test point not on the boundary. So probably use 0, 0 or the point of origin. Next, substitute the test point. If the statement is true, shade the region containing the test point. If the statement is false, shade the opposite side. So kapag true ang statement, dito tayo sa test point, mag-shade. Kapag false naman, dun sa labas ng test point. Okay? So the solution set is the shaded region. So that is our summary for our lesson today. I hope meron po ulit kayong natutunan sa ating demonstration on how to graph our quadratic inequalities. Okay, so that's it for today. Thank you for listening and I hope to see you again on our next lesson. For now, bye-bye and God bless po sa ating lahat. Kung meron kang natutunan sa video na ito, please click the subscribe button to support this channel para mas matulungan ulit kita sa mga susunod mo pang math lessons. Lagi mong tatandaan, ang math ay para sa lahat. At ako si Teacher Van, nagsasabing dito sa Math Isip, lamang ang nag-iisip. God bless and see you on the next video. Bye-bye.